Number 12, Georgia. Each state comes in at number 12. I can see this. I'm a little surprised it wasn't later on in the list. I would have put it somewhere around number 7, but that's just me. The honest reality, I don't know how Delaware even got on here. I mean, maybe, but just doesn't seem like a place that's on anyone's retirement radar. But according to the survey, it is. Anyway, back to Georgia. Georgia is a state that offers a range of benefits for retirees, including a warm climate, beautiful scenery, and affordable cost of living. The state also has excellent healthcare options with numerous medical centers and hospitals. They're also really big if you're retired military. If you are retired Army, you probably already know
Hi,
this. They have
TT.
some great bases
Come
there
on, TT.
that you can get what you need. The place with the most 60 and above would be Peachtree City. 31.4% of that community is over the age of 60. Georgia got 181 votes. Number 11, Wyoming. You know, I'm a little surprised at this
What
one.
tequila?
I thought we'd see Wyoming.
What's my
at least in the top
tequila
10, but
doing,
here they are
huh?
at number 11. Wyoming is a state that offers a range of benefits for retirees. The Cowboy State has a relatively low cost of living compared to other states. Retirees can stretch out their retirement savings a little bit further in Wyoming, which is always good. Wyoming has a good healthcare system with several highly regarded hospitals and medical facilities located throughout the state. Now, there's a little asterisk that goes for this one. A lot of the people that live in Wyoming live away from the cities. Sometimes access to healthcare can be limited if that's the choice you made. Now, they've got plenty of clinics and stuff like that, but if you move to Wyoming and need to be at a hospital for some kind of ultrasound, I don't know, CAT scan, whatever, you may have a drive ahead of you. The city with the highest percentage of retirees is Jackson. 21.8% of their population is over the age of 60. Wyoming got 182 votes. Number 10, Idaho. Idaho's another state that's still off the radar for many retirees, but it offers a good range of benefits, including low taxes, low cost of living, excellent healthcare options, and of course, decently priced real estate. The Gem State also has plenty of things for you to do, especially if you like to get outdoors. Depending on where you do move in Idaho, you can get some weather during the winter, so beware of that.
She's like, she called me the hoe. I gotta go to you now.
With 25.4%
she said Idaho.
Being over 60, Idaho got 194 votes.
She says, that's what I told her.
Utah offers a unique combination of natural beauty, outdoor recreation, and cultural amenities. The state's cost of living is slightly above the national average, but it has a range of affordable housing options, and the healthcare in Utah is excellent. For all you 20-year-olds that are watching this and going by my statistics, that's about 13% of you. Every one of the 15 states on this list is known for having excellent healthcare.
What do you want?
That just shows
I'm trying to read something and you're making it hard.
I wasn't lying when I said that. Little piece of advice for you guys. This is your fatherly wisdom for the day. Take care of your knees and your lower back. That seems to be where you feel it the most as you get older. But Utah does have excellent healthcare, and it normally shows up on lowest crime rates. Nothing's going to beat Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. They're always the top of the heap when it comes to the lowest crime rate. Utah is normally the best on the West Coast. The Utah city with the most retirees, or people over 60, would be St. George, with 21.9% of their population being 60 and above. Now, I brought this up before. That's a great place to retire, especially if you want to live in a nice, calm place, but you still like to go to the casino. St. George isn't too far away from the Nevada border, and they got some casinos right there on the border. 216 people voted for Utah. Number 8, South Carolina. South Carolina is known for its warm climate, beautiful beaches, and friendly residents. And Charleston is home to one of my favorite realtors, or real estate agents. I don't know what they like to be called anymore. I don't know what anyone likes to be called anymore. I do know calling a barista sugar britches is not okay anymore. And to the people that will leave comments that say it never was okay. I gotta apologize. I know some of you were typing that in and I just stole your thunder. But South Carolina is a very appealing place for retirees. They have a very low cost of living. Sure, inside some of the cities like Charleston and Bluffton.
What do you do wrong? Everything?
But for the most part, this is a very affordable state. Excellent healthcare. They've got an overabundance of medical centers and a bunch of hospitals. South Carolina is a good place to live if you're looking for decent weather. Sure, they do get hit by hurricanes and things like that, but no place is perfect. You can go out to San Diego and have to worry about wildfires and earthquakes. The place that has the highest percentage of retirees would be Hilton Head Island, and it's 44.4% of them are above the age of 60. Number 7, Virginia. Virginia is a state that combines a rich history and culture with a high quality
Now,
of
if I
life
say
and
something
excellent
here,
health care.
she's
The
gonna
state's cost of living is
go
slightly
back
above the
and
national
tell
average,
Tara
along with their
exactly what I
housing.
said.
You get up some of the areas of northern Virginia near Washington, D.C.,
Because
it gets
Tara
pretty
told me
expensive,
that we didn't
but you
have
look
that. The
around the
only
state
thing we
and
had
you
was
have a
Ghost
bunch of
Pepper
small
Ranch and
towns and
fucking
smaller cities that have affordable housing options. The place with the
Honey
highest
Mustard,
percentage of
which ain't
retirees
cool,
would be
but
Williamsburg with 32.9%.
sorry,
Virginia
I
got
fucking missed something.
253 votes.
Technically, Tara said you guys were out of that
Staying in
shit.
the
No,
South,
she
we
said
have the
that we
volunteer
were
state
only
of Tennessee.
things we
This
had
is a
was
state
the
that has
Ghost Pepper
something for
Ranch and the
everyone.
Honey Mustard.
Lively cities, great small towns, natural beauty everywhere. They also got
As
a
for the
low cost of
crackers, I have
living,
no
excellent
fucking
health
clue.
care, and affordable housing. You have some places in Tennessee
'Cause I
that
know
have
that's what goes
extremely
there.
low housing
And
for
the chips,
decent
I don't
houses
fucking
too.
know.
Not some
And
shack
as for
that the
your
Clampetts
goddamn
came
fucking
from.
all
Side
that
note, that
bullshit,
was
y'all
Beverly
need to do that
Hillbillies
shit during the
reference,
fucking
and
day.
I
It's
just
bullshit.
realized Jethro, Max Bear Jr.,
Grape jelly,
is
we
still
don't do.
alive. He's 85 years old.
And your
The
coffee,
place
we
you're
do
going to
not
find
do.
the highest percentage of retirees
I
would
make
be
sure that
Fairfield
because when that
Glade.
coffee done, we throw it away. It goes
58.3%
back
of
there
them
no
are
matter
over
what.
the age of 60. Tennessee got 268 votes.
Oh, ketchup.
Number 5, Colorado. Colorado is big for military retirees. You got Fort Carson there, the Air Force Academy, a few other installations. So a lot of retirees, when they get out, they normally stay
You're gonna get
in the
bitched out either
duty
way.
station they used to like. And that's one reason I thought about Colorado when I
Been here a
left
minute, so
California.
probably say,
Colorado's a beautiful state
Any
with a lot
of
of
my
good things going on
managers?
there. For retirees who love the outdoors, this
Or
is great. Colorado's a dream
Adam,
destination. Maybe not so much during wildfire season. If you got some breathing issues, just keep that in mind. The state has a very high quality of life and excellent healthcare options. If you're looking for the highest percentage of retirees, you're going to look at Castle Pines. 37.7% of the residents there are over the age of 60. Colorado got 269 votes.
Chuck E. Cheese was awesome. It's even better now. I beat all the games. They've got new ones. And I won all the prizes.
I guess they think I was playing about being at the fucking, not the
For
hospital,
Texas. Texas has always been one of those states
proof
just
right
on
there
the
and
outside
there.
of where most people retire to.
They
You
got
know, it's always like
spoiled about
Hawaii,
You got doctors
Arizona,
know.
Texas, and Florida. Things are changing. Someone actually beat them for the number 3 spot this year. Surprise, surprise. I just did a video. There's a link for it down below about how Texas is starting to see a slowdown.
I just didn't bring it in because they didn't tell me I needed it.
Moving to Texas, which, like I said in that video, I'm sure a lot of Texans will rejoice to hear that news. Texas is known for its low taxes and low cost of living, making it an attractive option for retirees. The state also has a thriving economy with plenty of jobs to choose from if you decide to work a little in retirement. The state is just a great state for everything. I mean, if you want concerts, great. If you want
Yeah, they had a 40 test.
like museums, perfect. Want to get run off the road for driving a Tesla? Exciting. If you want to know where the highest percentage of retirees are in Texas, Sun City. 35.3% of their population is over the age of 60. 274 people voted for Texas. Number 3, North Carolina. The Tar Heel State is an increasingly popular destination for retirees. It's got a mild climate, beautiful scenery,
you be at work every
low cost of
fucking day.
living. Now, one thing North Carolina has over most states, I mean, they all have great health care. North Carolina is normally in the top 5 whenever you're talking about best health care, especially the Raleigh-Durham Chapel Hill area. It's amazing health care up there. So it's no wonder that where you're going to find the highest percentage of retirees is going to be Chapel Hill. 20.2% are over the age of 60. 278 people voted for North Carolina. Number 2, Arizona. Arizona's got a dry heat going on.
Technically, with having a fever and shit, you're not supposed to be back there around their food. That's what they're not getting.
Why not? I'm definitely not a hot weather type of person, but absolutely not a heat and humidity type person. The amount of sweat that comes out of me when I'm in like Mississippi or Florida weather is ridiculous.
And you probably still have one today.
Just ask me how much I've spent on drones. But with Arizona's dry climate and stunning desert landscapes, it's a popular choice for retirees, especially if you are an active
You ain't supposed to
citizen.
be there technically.
Living in Arizona is well below the national average, and the state has a wide range of affordable housing options. plenty of affordable
I
condos
go,
and even
they
homes
would give
or
a fuck. I
trailers.
have
If
to
you're
do
into
that.
trailer parks and stuff like that, Arizona has a lot of them, and a lot of them are really nice. But before you do that, if you ever are thinking about buying a
This is
trailer in a
bullshit.
trailer
Everybody
park,
else
make
on their
sure
shit,
you
they
watch
get
the
enough
John
time off
Oliver
to when they
special. He
come
has
back.
that show
They're
last
doing
week
fine.
tonight. Well, he
They're
did one
doing
whole
good.
episode.
And then he's gonna have to be there
on
every
the
day
trailer
scheduled
park
next week.
industry.
Yeah.
Didn't paint a very good picture.
Because if
The
not,
city
he's
with the
gonna get in
highest
trouble because
percentage
they're
of
gonna
retirees
bitch.
would be Sun City with 73.8%.
Because it's only him and Kareem
311
closing,
people
I can
voted for
guarantee it.
Arizona. All right, before we get to number one, if you're thinking about moving to another state, there's a link for a website called Home.
Because I can guarantee, even though
It's a
Deb
great
said
website
Shelly
for
has to
people
do
that are
this and
looking
she has to do
relocate
that,
and
she ain't
might
gonna be
need
made
to. A
to.
realtor in that
Nope.
area, it'll help you with that.
So
All right,
young
on to
men,
number
mental.
one.
Mm.
And number one, Florida. That's right, Gen Xers, just like the baby boomers, the silent generation, the greatest generation, and the lost generation. They have all chosen
I
to
didn't
retire
actually
in
say
Florida,
fuck it.
and we're going to
I
keep that
just
trend
didn't
rolling,
say
it looks
shit.
like, at least for another generation.
Eric just
We'll see if
said,
that gets
yeah, I
switched up
stopped
for the
there, I got
millennials.
all that
But
shit up
Florida
there.
is the longtime favorite for retirees,
I
thanks to
figured
its
she got
warm
it all.
weather, sandy beaches, and no state income tax. The state's cost of living is slightly above the national average, but the healthcare is excellent, and they got plenty of things to do. And a lot of other retirees to hang out with, especially in the villages. If you want to be around a bunch of other retirees when you finally retire, you might want to move to the villages. 52.5% of the population is over the age of 60. Florida received 387
I go, you
votes.
did call and tell me, hey, I am on the way. Look, I was on my way.
Are you going to retire someday? Where are you going to do it? If you're thinking about retiring in the United States, today we're looking at 10 of the best cities to do that in 2024. I'm starting to change where I want to retire. I hear people are retiring on cruise ships now. They sell their home and just move on to
Tell me
a
no
cruise
one else is
ship. It's
going
cheaper
to.
than a retirement home. But on this video, we're not going over the cheapest cities, and these aren't the safest cities. But these are overall some of the best places to retire in 2024. If you want to see more of these videos, because I could probably do more of these videos, leave me a message in the comment section. Maybe we'll do more. So what gets cities on this list? We're looking at the cost of living, healthcare, weather, and most importantly, the percentage of the population that is over 65. The average for the nation right now
That's technically all he's supposed to do anyway, is call and let you guys know he's on his way if he's
on
late.
this list are a touch above the national average on cost of living. And a couple don't have the best weather, but they're killing it in other categories, so they're on the list. Now let me explain how the cost of living index works. If the cost of living index is 80 in a place, that means if you were in a place that was the national average and you bought, let's say, $100 worth of groceries, those same groceries in this place would be $80. It's a much more complicated subject than what I just said, but that gives you the idea. Get it? Got it?
Girl, get down. I don't want to see your booty.
Get the bus, do the bus.
Number 10, Santa Fe, New Mexico. I love Santa Fe, New Mexico. I've never stayed there in any extended period of time, maybe a few days here or there, like 5 times in my life. It is a beautiful city. On looks alone, I love this place. The architecture of just the average home is amazing. It's that old Spanish adobe type thing. I'm sure they have their own term for it, but that's what I call it. What's cool about those homes is even when they're run down, it sort of looks like it's part of the aesthetic that it's supposed to look run down. Then you see a house that's got like 5 broken down cars on the lawn, and you know that one's not doing it on purpose. It is run down. But Santa Fe, New Mexico is a city that is rich in history and culture. It's got a mild climate and a variety of outdoor activities. That's like their strong point, outdoor activities. If you want to buy a house here, a decent home, in between $400,000 and $500,000. Anything below that's going to take a little work. And yes, the prices go all the way up into the millions.
You know you're going to get blamed for it, though.
Every city outside of Mississippi and Arkansas.
And if Deb says something that today about it, that's what she's going to tell Deb. That you lost it.
Considered mild and warm, and their health care is graded good. There's 4 different things: poor, average, good, excellent. The percentage of the population that is over 65 in Santa Fe, New Mexico is 18.6%.
Saturday I work, I have to bolt off.
Number 9, Fort Collins, Colorado. Fort
Which is-
Collins is a great place to
Here's
live.
God
It's been
before
years since
sleep.
I've lived there. I've been back a handful of times, but I really like Colorado Springs back in the 90s, and it's still a pretty good place to live. Now, one thing I will mention about this isn't a political video,
So I
if
stopped
you're
and I'm like,
a
fuck it,
Republican
we got
and
busy.
you
and I
really
forgot
lean
about it.
red,
Fuck it.
and that's important to you, Colorado Springs is your type of place. Denver, not so much. It's also a great place to retire if you are ex-military because you got Fort Carson right there. And now they've got, I guess it's Peterson Space Force
They
Base
had enough
is
to
there
start with.
also. I don't think that's very big.
Well, I can tell them.
If you want to buy a home here,
Technically,
a decent
I
home's
even
gonna
had you
start
there
around
today.
$375 to $475. They go up and they go down too.
Technically, the way you're coughing into the lucky you were there at night.
All right, here's the numbers.
To win